The full screen version factory sealed, widescreen version factory sealed, and then this is the screener copy, or I believe it's for your consideration copy. So I have to have my super rare Titanic VHS releases. Hey everybody, today's video once again brings us down here into the library. And as you guys know, over the last couple of months, I've been working on the Great Library Purge of 2019, where I've been getting rid of most of my doubles. Basically, titles I was holding on to just for collecting purposes. So movies I had multiple copies of due to artwork variations, packaging, formats, things like that. As I've said, how many copies of Dumbo does one man need? Probably just one. However, I am still a collector at heart, so I did not want to get rid of everything. So I went out and bought these display cabinets to house some items I wanted to hold on to, and today, we're going to take a look at those items. Okay, so let's dive into the display cabinets, which I do have 4 of. These were all purchased from IKEA, and eventually I will have lighting in all 4 of these. However, I have yet to decide on what kind of lighting I want, and as such, I have yet to actually put any lighting in them. But hopefully in the not too distant future, these will all be properly lit up. But for the sake of this video, I put this lamp here so we could actually see down in the bottom area, but normally that is not there. So let's start off with display cabinet number 1. And in the back, we have my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Laserdisc, signed by the puppeteer of Leo, Asterix and Cleopatra on VCD, and some interesting packaging there. Also on VCD, Brain Scan and Brain Dead. Again on VCD, we have the original Star Wars trilogy back there in a really cool box set. Night of the Living Dead on Laserdisc. Again, the Star Wars trilogy, this time on Beta. My King Kong Peter Jackson's Production Diaries DVD set, still brand new factory sealed. The Nickelodeon N-Power Fusion player with its N-Power Fusion clips or carts, basically just SD cards. And then Disney basically did the same thing with their Disney Max clip player. And they also had preloaded SD cards. Interesting little portable devices. Then down here, we have The Greatest Show on Earth on VHD. It's a 2-disc set. Gilmore Girls, the TV premiere DVD release. My one and only CartVision release. Basically, a very large VHS tape. It's actually the first ever home video format. Kind of interesting. The players for them are like built into TVs. Pretty cool, and the one and only one of those I have in my collection. Then we have the Angry Video Game Nerd movie on DVD, signed by Bootsy, Mike Matei, and James Rolfe. I do have this on Blu-ray as well, but I do have my DVD autographed. 3 Disney treasure sets, but the French versions of them. I love the Disney treasure sets, so I could not get rid of those. My Neighbor Totoro and a couple Disney VCDs. Godzilla King of the Monsters on CED. Juicebox media players, still factory sealed. I do have one that's open, but I kept my factory sealed one in here. And some Juicebox media clips, or carts, or whatever these are. I don't know, not a very good format, but I do have a bunch of those. Down here we have Phantasm on CED. Halloween in the Blockbuster Presents packaging, still brand new factory sealed. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and 2 on VHS, the old media releases. In the back, we have Young Frankenstein, both on CED and then then Laserdisc up front. One of my all-time favorite movies, so I kept both formats of that. Serial Killing 101, signed by Lisa Loeb. That's awesome. My Lion King Special Edition DVD set. Very cool box set. Silent Night, Deadly Night in the VHS big box. The Thing in the Blu-ray VHS box or VHS style box set. Was a HMV exclusive, very awesome. And here we have the Three Stooges CD-ROM release. It's some Three Stooges shorts on CD-ROM, pretty awesome there. And then, oh my gosh, okay, down here in the bottom we have Friday the 13th on CED, Akira Criterion Collection on Laserdisc, and then down below a whole bunch of film reels. I loved collecting these, but I just kept a few of them. Basically all my horror, so you can see Son of Frankenstein, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, I Was a Teenage Frankenstein, Dracula, things like that. There's Bride of Frankenstein. And then in the back corner here, these I believe are, I think they're 16 millimeter film prints, if I'm not mistaken, but of just, I think, Disney trailers. So I like Disney, so I had to keep those. So basically just a lot of film down there in the bottom. And then on to display cabinet number 2. And we got my Mausoleum on CED. Awesome artwork there. Ed Wood on Laserdisc. I love that movie. Song of the South, the European VHS release. Scream with the cool phone card box set. And then Scream with the 3 different artwork variations of all 3 girls. These are my only Video 2000s or VCC releases. It's a German format. I got The Deer Hunter and To the Devil a Daughter. So can't watch those. Don't actually have a player for them, but still awesome. The Scream DVD box set. I believe this thing's called a mini movie viewer, if I'm not mistaken. Here's a player. You look through there and you get to watch the little clips play on these little cartridges. Don't have many of those, but interesting. Then we come down here with Love at First Bite on CED. My ultimate Oz, Wizard of Oz box set. Bay of Blood in the limited edition. I don't know what this is. I guess edition ton film release. I don't know. Cool Blu-ray release of that movie. Of course I have Titanic. I got the full screen version factory sealed, widescreen version factory sealed, and then this is the screener copy, or I believe it's for your consideration copy. So I have to have my super rare Titanic VHS releases. Then I have a mini DVD player with some mini DVDs all stacked up there, and a couple on top as well. Another interesting idea for a portable media device. Then we have Carrie on CED, Creepshow on CED, Angels and Demons, which I kept just because it's in the mastered in 4K artwork, which I always found funny because it was basically just Sony's way of trying to capitalize on 4K before 4K was actually released. Fooled a lot of people. Then we have my Batman, the Lego Batman, the video game, but it actually comes packaged with the movie as well, so I thought that was kind of cool, kept that. The one only Super Bit I kept for collecting purposes. I do have some in my collection, but I kept one for collectability, and that is my Snatch because I love that movie. 2 different releases of The Blob on VHS. It's one of my all-time favorite sci-fi movies. The first one here is actually signed by Keith Almany, I believe his last name is. He was Danny in the movie. Then my one of my random DVD releases back there. I have the Criterion DVD in my collection, but for collecting purposes, I kept that. Double feature of Psychomania and Alice Sweet Alice, really cool VHS set. And then a whole bunch of Video 8 releases. I just kept all the ones I had because it's a fun, cool format, and I wanted to keep all of those. And then once again, on my hands and knees down here at the bottom, When a Stranger Calls on CED, Star Wars Trilogy Laserdisc set that comes with like a book and all this cool collectible stuff. I love that set. These here are all my, what are these called? Oh yeah, Flex Plays, an old rental idea. The disc basically lasts 48 hours once you open those and they go bad. Those unfortunately are all bad because, well, they didn't actually last. Even keeping them sealed, eventually they would go bad, and those are all bad. But I have a bunch of those. Some beta I kept: Ghostbusters, Birds, Mummy, Fade to Black, Batman, Howard the Duck, Halloween. Just some cool beta. Back here are some Godzilla VHS, some like Japanese releases. I just thought had cool artwork. And then I did keep a handful of UMDs just for collecting some of my favorite favorite movies on that format. I wanted to hold on to those as well. So that is display cabinet number 1 and display cabinet number 2. Then we move around to the other side of the cabinets, and in display cabinet number 3, we have the Lady Killers on VHD, Howard the Duck on VHD, my 3D artwork box set of Coraline on Blu-ray, the Sleepaway Camp Survival Kit DVD set, unfortunately not the Red Cross release, but still really cool. Legends of Sleepy Hollow, like Disney Classroom VHS release. My HD VMDs, I kept all of those. My CB HDs, I kept all of those as well, because those are extremely rare formats you just never see. Then we got Halloween on Laserdisc, Criterion Collection, Halloween 2 on CED, my Viewmaster Double Views, I got 4 of those cassettes. Actually, back here we have the Blade Runner like briefcase box set on HD DVD, still factory sealed. My Video Now XP player with some Video Now discs on top, a color one and a black and white one. These are old like rental CD-ROMs. You would put these in and it would show you all kinds of different movies and kind of give you an idea of what you should rent. Then we got The Thing on CED, King Kong Criterion Laserdisc. These I love. My DVHS. I actually kept every one of these. They are actual 1080p, or sorry, no, 1080i VHS tapes. Yeah, high definition VHS. Pretty awesome. Then I have some DVDs in the old jewel cases. So Backdraft, Jumanji, and Beethoven. And then down at the bottom, we got the Warriors on CED, Aladdin, and the really cool CAV artwork. I love that artwork so much. Some movie CDs. I actually kept all of those because they all fit down there. And then I kept some screener copies. We got Back to the Future 3, Double Dragon, My Boyfriend's Back, Matinee, and Ed Wood. I had a whole lot of screeners, but I just kept the few that I enjoyed the most. And now, on to the last cabinet, display cabinet number 4 here. We've got the making of Michael Jackson's Thriller on CED, Exorcist on CED, all 4 of the Burger King Kids Club Ninja Turtle VHS releases, the, let's see if I can get this one to talk, my Saw, how am I going to do this? Saw 5 DVD. Come on, work. I swear this works. There we go.
But the games have just begun.
So that's cool. Had to hold on to that. There we go. Little Mermaid with the infamous cover. I just had to keep that because, I mean, everybody has to have that in their collection. Camp Cucamonga on VHS because it's kind of a rare title. And then all my CDI releases. Now, some of these are actually CDI formats and some are just VCD CDI releases, but I did keep all of those. Then we have Beauty and the Beast in the, what do they call these? The, I guess, big sleeve edition. They're like European Blu-ray DVD combo packs. I got the Beauty and the Beast one and the Back to the Future trilogy in those sets. They're really, really cool. Some HD DVDs I kept just for collecting purposes, just kind of kept some of my favorites. I do still have HD DVDs in my collection because I only have those either on that format or because maybe I have it on DVD, but then I want it in high definition as well. But these are just the ones I kept, again, for collecting. Just some random VHS, House 1 and 2, Army of Darkness, Evil Dead, an old Evil Dead release, and then Evil Dead. These 4 here are the ones that actually spell evil on the spine. Evil Dead 2, I Spit on Your Grave VHS, another collector's or limited edition collector's set of Evil Dead on VHS. Then on shelf number 3, we have Demons and Demons 2 on Laserdisc. A couple of titles on VHS that only ever got a DVD-R release: Trojan War, Class Act, Hot to Trot, Penn and Teller Get Killed, and Second Sight, which I do have on DVD-R, but I wanted to keep my VHS anyway. My Kenner Movie Viewer with my Kenner Movie Viewer cassettes. And then, once again, hands and knees, down here on the bottom, we have Fright Night on Laserdisc and CED, Gremlins on CED, and just some random VHS I thought had really cool artwork that I did not want to get rid of. and my Fisher-Price movie viewer and my action viewer, which do take the same exact cartridges, which are right there. And there you go, guys. That is it. That is all 4 of my display cases and everything I pretty much kept for the sake of collecting purposes. Though before we go, I should also show you my DivX display, which does not actually house all the DivX discs I used to own, just the ones that happen to fit into this CD tower I had lying around that happened to fit right into this little area right here. And on top, I have my DivX counter display. Now, this probably won't stay around forever. Eventually, I'll get rid of this and just keep 10 or so of these I like the most and put them into a display cabinet. But I figured for now, while I have the room, why not give this interesting format its own display? And with that, I hope you guys had a fun time looking into my display cases and checking out the items I decided to hold on to for the sake of collectability. But that is it. So as always, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit that like button down below. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see a brand new video from me every single day. And also check down below for links to Patreon, Spreadshirt, and the Cinema Sickness Retro Store. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Oh my gosh. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I have a cold right now, and I'm pretty sure I have a fever as well, because I'm sweating to death and not coughing and not clearing my throat and sneezing and sniffling and all that stuff. Not doing that right now is very, very, very difficult for me. So getting through that video was tough, and I hope I didn't rush through it too much. I hope I didn't sound like garbage. If I did, I apologize. I tried my best. As always, the show must go on, but I'm gonna go lie down now. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye.